I know you have a lot of cards. Your wallet is filled with them. Only in this wallet I have an SLXS card from Stockholm, an Oyster card from London, let's see, a Clipper card from the Bay Area, an MTA card from New York, the Access card to my office. Well, you get a point. But all these cards are based on yesterday's technology. It is our mission to make them smarter. That's why we have created the Fidesmo card, a card that can be managed and updated using your smartphone or over the internet. We have connected this card to the cloud, so it can be managed and updated over the air. And this can really simplify your life. And it gives us great business opportunities. My name is Mattias Eld, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Swedish startup Fidesmo. So current public transit cards, they give you access to public transportation, yet they are pretty stupid. You never know what credit you have on them. You don't know when your monthly pass expires. You don't know where to get them or where to top them up. And if you happen to know that, you have to go to a physical place to actually do it. And when you get there, you have to stand in line. And it's always raining. So basically, you miss the bus and you get wet. So that's why I'm happy to announce our first implementation targeting the public transportation ticketing market. So this is what you can do with a Fidesmo card. So let's show the demo, please. So I open up the public transport app, and there I select to buy a ticket. I select a single trip ticket, and then I enter the Fidesmo app where I can confirm the payment. And I then transfer the ticket from the mobile phone to the Fidesmo card using NFC, near field communication. And off I go. I won't miss the bus, and I won't get wet. And this whole workflow is part of our IP portfolio with several patents pending. Let's get back to the presentation, please. So this makes life simple for the consumer. They can top up their card while on the way to the bus, while waiting for the bus, from the hotel room, or even from their home city, wherever and whenever they are. So it's easy to use, and it gives them control. It also makes it easier for public transport organizations to sell tickets. They don't need a physical infrastructure for that. Instead, every phone becomes a sales channel. It's also easy to implement because the Fidesmo card integrates seamlessly into their existing infrastructure. And it's also great business. Only in my hometown, Stockholm, they sell public transport tickets for $1 billion a year. In London, it's $6 billion a year. So we intend to sell a lot of tickets and take a percentage on those. So why are we so interested in the public transit ticketing market? Well, there are three reasons. First, the public transit ticketing market is a mobile service by nature, a perfect fit for the connected car. It is also a huge market. It's one of the greatest areas of mobile commerce. And it also has great reach on the consumers. So the Fidesmo card will reach the hands of the consumers via public transport operators. Only in London, they have sold 34 million Oyster cards, and out of those, 7 million are in active use. So simplifying your life from day one in your home city, travelers will benefit from using the Fidesmo card in multiple cities. We will make one card to replace them all. The reason it works everywhere is that it's based on a technology known as MyFair. On behalf of Ericsson, I was the chairperson for MyFair for Mobile, the industry organization for technology standards in this space. I know that 70% of all contactless ticketing systems in the world are based on MyFair, and we intend to take advantage of that. So in the first phase, our card will reach the hands of the consumers via public transport organizations, and we will make money along the way by selling tickets. But there is one more thing. Fidesmo is at the core an API. We invite other companies to build services on top of our platform. We envision a coffee chain linking their loyalty scheme to the Fidesmo card. We envision a hotel to use the Fidesmo card as the hotel key. We envision an internet service provider to use the Fidesmo card to give you secure access to the cloud. So for distribution, we have a great combo. We will leverage the reach of public transport organizations, and we will distribute additional services using open APIs. Because we want everyone to use our card or cards based on our platform. And it's also future-proof. If the card one day moves into the mobile phone, Fidesmo will be there too. We will make one card to rule them all. That is the Fidesmo card, the connected card that can be managed and updated from the cloud. So we invite developers to sign up at developer.fidesmo.com and start building. And don't miss the bus. Join the revolution. Thank you.
All right, Fidesmo. Judges.
Nice job. NFC is right now primarily on Android. I think your demonstration was Samsung. So I guess at some point Apple will get on board. I'm not that familiar with MyFair. Just is that, how does it work with a magnetic strip, or it's NFC primarily in Europe, or how does it work?
So you could say it's NFC.
Okay.
So it's basically so NFC is actually 4 layers, you could say.
Okay.
But you could say it's lower 3 layers of NFC. And then it's so it's a NXP, the Philips semiconductors. It's a proprietary technology that they own. But it's basically the standard for public transit ticketing systems worldwide. So.
Like in New York, I think it's a magnetic strip here, right?
But
So
that's basically the exception.
Yeah, okay.
So
Old school.
the Clipper card is MyFair, LA Transit, Breeze card, yeah.
Great.
So.
And who has been successful, if anybody, kind of breaking in with these kind of legacy systems of a startup being able to get in and do a deal with a public transportation agency? Have a few startups been successful doing that yet?
I mean, obviously we are the only one with this solution, right?
Right.
So the way current ticketing systems are sold is that they're sold by big system suppliers that sell a system to the public transport organizations, right? But there are quite a few startups that have been active in trying to sell mobile ticketing solutions that are not very well integrated into our existing ticketing systems. So in Sweden we have SMS tickets. So you can send an SMS to a short number and you get a ticket and you can show them for the bus rider or something like that. But they're really an extra ticket system outside of the ordinary. It's easy to fraud. It's not very user-friendly. So, and there are a couple of those companies, and then there are others using QR codes and stuff like that. But then you need to have, if you want to make it, machine readable, you need to have extra readers and stuff like that. The idea is that this integrates seamlessly into their existing infrastructure. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Two quick questions for you. So you mentioned both the use of NFC and then the MyFair platform as well. But so what I didn't quite understand is what's unique about what you're doing there that's going to keep somebody from easily replicating what you've created. So that's question one. And then question two, you just sort of hinted at, but I suspect that fraud is a big area here that you have to be considerate. So what are you thinking about there?
Yeah. So first of all, I mean, there are others that are trying to do a little, not trying to do the same, but if you look at the cards that are deployed in Stockholm, for instance, they are MyFair Classic, so you can't really talk to the mobile phone with them. So we are talking NFC,
right?
From the phone to the card, and then we talk MyFair Classic to the reader, right? But when we talk MyFair NFC from the phone to the card, we actually use standard called MyFair for Mobile, which I was the chairperson for. And that is actually based on another technology called Global Platform. So we encrypt everything from the back end all the way to a Java card applet that we have on this card that then talks to the MyFair Classic element sort of on this card. So we really have end-to-end security from our back end to the card. And you have no secrets, nothing at all exposed in the phone itself. It's just sort of relaying it. So was I answering both questions maybe?
Well, the other question was just, given that you're basing it on sort of some open software, clearly, in terms of your ability to interact with MyFair and others, is there anything that you're doing that you feel is going to prevent somebody else from easily replicating that?
Well, I mean, so first of all, if you think about it very short term, right, our backend is implementing this global platform and MyFair for Mobile standards, and in a very efficient way, hosting it in a cloud environments, right? So we own our own code base, and no other sort of full stack startup, to use a very common term, is doing that, right? You have some technology players that are doing it in their own service that they sell to mobile network operators, something like that. So we have the technology that we own in the back end. We also have some IPR on the sort of flow that I mentioned, the whole workflow. But long term, of course, we think that just having the cards out there, having the users, having the services on top of that, of our platform, that will bring the moat that will protect us long term. Yeah.
How do you think about selling into governmental bodies where you get to basically take a piece of the revenue pie to create an easier experience for what is arguably a bit of a captive audience for them?
Yeah, but today they are selling, tickets through convenience stores, and it's a very common business model that they have resellers of their tickets. So it's not. I don't see that as an issue.
Okay.
I think, first of all, you're working on an amazing problem. I think, how far away are you from making a deal with one of those guys?
So we expect to announce something very soon.
Okay, that's amazing, cool. And the second one is actually, who does UX and design with you? Because I saw some stuff, and I would be interested who is actually taking care of that.
You like the design?
You answer my question first. If you do it, then I might change
it's a guy called Eric.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
and I can send you his details. He will
I'm just saying, because I'm super passionate about design, I would.
Yeah.
Take a cut.
We love it too.
I would recommend you investing a bit of more time there.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? That was Fidesmo. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.